The Realm. Do you know what the Realm is? It's the 1,000 blades of Aegon's enemies. A story we agreed to tell each other over and over till we forget that it's a lie.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back for another Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 5 trailer breakdown video. Well, it's about that time, my friends. We are only days away from finally getting to see Daenerys Targaryen fight Cersei Lannister for the Iron Throne. This would have once been a very easy victory for Daenerys Targaryen, but it might not be so easy anymore. As we all know, Dany had 3 dragons and a very large army, but thanks to the Night King and even Euron Greyjoy to some extent, she now only has 1 dragon and about half of the army she once had. Cersei has the Iron Fleet, the Golden Company, and she has anti-dragon weapons on the Iron Fleet and set up around the entire city. This should make for one hell of a battle. At the beginning of the new trailer, we can see Daenerys Targaryen overlooking the ocean. My guess is this is also at the beginning of the episode before she attacks King's Landing. Obviously, she has a lot to think about before she brings fire and blood to the capital. Like I said in my last video, Dany really got her ass kicked in the last episode. After the battle for Winterfell, they held a ceremony for everyone that died fighting in the battle. Dany had to say goodbye to one of her closest friends and advisors, Ser Jorah Mormont. After that, during the celebration, Dany saw how everyone acted around Jon Snow. They all love him and they look at him as their leader. Although Dany damn near sacrificed everything she had, they still look at her like the outsider. Dany already knows if they all find out Jon had the rightful claim to the Iron Throne, they would want to get rid of her as soon as they could. They would rather see Jon as their king, even if he doesn't want it. Sansa Stark and Varys are already trying to take the Iron Throne away from Dany. Not only that, but it's also clear that Dany still loves Jon, only he doesn't seem to want to stay in the same kind of romantic relationship they once had. Now that Dany is finally getting ready to claim the Iron Throne, she has to worry about all this other stuff at the same time. Unfortunately, it only gets worse. Right as Dany and some of her men are about to land back on Dragonstone, her other dragon Rhaegal gets shot right out of the sky in front of Dany. Now she only has 1 dragon. Then, Dany's only other very close friend gets captured and beheaded right in front of Dany as well. I mean, holy shit. I was so mad at Cersei in that moment, I wanted Dany to bring fire and blood to King's Landing immediately, so I can only imagine what Dany had to be thinking after she saw that. Daenerys is in a very fragile state of mind as of right now. These are all the things Dany is thinking about when we see her at the beginning of the new trailer. She's thinking about her dead friends, her dead dragons, her and Jon Snow's relationship, and many other things. It looks like Dany is a mess, which is completely understandable. As soon as Jon Snow does get down there, as well as the rest of their soldiers, we will see the battle begin. Now, someone actually sent me a message and they said they thought Daenerys looked like she might be pregnant in the photo. I'm not so sure about that because there haven't been any signs of this during the new season. By the end of Season 7, I would have guaranteed Dany would have a baby because there was so much foreshadowing last season. Dany said she can no longer have kids many different times, and even Jorah Mormont made that comment to Jon Snow about him having kids. It really felt like they were setting this up for the final season.
You want to know who sits on the Iron Throne after I'm dead? Is that it?
You say you can't have children, but there are other ways of choosing a successor.
I've forfeited the right to claim this soul. It's yours. It'd serve you well. And your children after you.
The dragons are my children. They're the only children I'll ever have. Do you understand?
I was hoping they would have a kid together, otherwise there may no longer be a House Targaryen in the future. However, only looking at the photo, I can't really say. Dany hasn't shown any signs of this as of yet, so I would be a little shocked if it happened this late into the season. I guess we shall see. Now look at the next image. That one could be very symbolic. It looks like he is walking right into the mouth of a dragon. As of right now, Tyrion Lannister continues to support Daenerys Targaryen, but I don't think he will be by the end of the battle. Varys is already trying to get him to betray Dany. I believe it's only a matter of time before we see that happen. Daenerys will have to have them executed for treason, and we all know how Dany likes to execute her enemies. That photo could be a glimpse of how his story comes to an end. Next, we have Cersei Lannister overlooking King's Landing. And I really hope the evil bitch gets a good look at the city because this will be the last time she ever has the chance. Alright, so now it looks like we are moments away from the battle. Jon Snow, Tyrion Lannister, Davos, and the rest of the soldiers have now made it outside of the city gate. Right on the other side is the Golden Company, who are ready to fight. This is about to be a bloodbath. Now let me tell you what concerns me about the photo. Do you remember when Jon went out beyond the wall to capture a white? Remember all those badass characters that were with him? He had Beric Dondarrion, Sandor Clegane, Jorah Mormont, and he had Giant's Bane. Now do you remember who was all at the battle for Winterfell? He had Jaime, Gendry, Brienne, Arya, Jorah, Beric, and so many others helping him fight that battle. Now look who is standing next to Jon in this photo. He might as well be standing there alone. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Now thankfully, Dany still has half of her soldiers and Drogon. You cannot see him in the photo, but there is one other character that can be Jon's right-hand man during the battle. In fact, this other character is so angry, he might even be able to make up for all the other characters who will not be fighting in the battle. I'm talking about Grey Worm. Unfortunately, he had to just sit there and watch the love of his life get her head cut off. I'm expecting to see Grey Worm go crazy during the battle. I really hope the camera does focus on him when he's fighting because I want to see Grey Worm go on a murder fest. Now besides the streets of King's Landing, we will also see some fighting out on the bay. This is where Euron has his fleet, and this is where Euron can be seen in the new trailer. This will make the second time we have seen the Blackwater Bay on fire. Now they never showed Daenerys riding on Drogon in the trailer, but Euron knows she is coming for him and Cersei. They show the clouds in the sky, but Dany and Drogon are nowhere to be seen. Daenerys is about to fall down on them like thunder. I think she will most likely stay up in the clouds until she is ready to strike. Then I think she will come down so fast right on top of their heads they won't even have time to react. You can see Euron is trying to keep the sun out of his eyes as he looks for a glimpse of the dragon. Now I have seen some really crazy theories about this scene already. Some said Dany might have another dragon, or Drogon is wearing armor, but I don't know about all that. It doesn't seem like we have time to add any new things that we haven't seen already. I honestly think Daenerys will be very strategic with the way she strikes this time. Now that she only has one dragon, she has to be extremely careful when there are that many ballistas aiming into the sky. Dany will have to hit hard and fast, then get the hell back up into the clouds to get some cover. Hit then run, hit then run, hit then run. Now I would love to see Drogon in some badass armor, but I don't know where they would find it or get someone to make it that fast. Here in the next photo, you can see the Golden Company marching in formation ready for battle. Their weapons are very similar to what the Unsullied carry, so it should be interesting to see them go up against each other. Now if you look at the very back of the photo right down the center, you can see there is someone dressed in all black, and their back is turned to the camera. They obviously do not want us to see the character's face, but they do want us to see them, which is why they are centered in the frame. Who the hell could that be, and why are they hiding their identity? It looks like they might have been hiding down one of the alleys, waiting for the Golden Company to march by before they walked out. That could be Jaime Lannister on his way to Cersei. Or maybe that's Arya Stark, wearing someone else's face. I don't think it's Sandor Clegane because whoever that is looks a lot skinnier than the Hound. My guess would either be Jaime or Arya Stark in disguise. Let me know who you think it could be. In the next photo, we go to the throne room on Dragonstone. It's very dark, so it's kind of hard to see who is all in the room, but I can see Daenerys sitting on the throne and what looks like Tyrion Lannister standing across from Dany. Now, I'm not exactly sure who is standing next to him. I think it could be Grey Worm. I doubt it would be Jaime because he's traveling down the King's Road. He would need to get a ship to get to Dragonstone, and since he's heading to King's Landing for Cersei, it really doesn't make much sense for him to go there. I don't think it's Varys either, mostly because of the shape of the body. I'm just going to say it's Grey Worm because I know he will be there before or after the battle. If that is Grey Worm, he will absolutely feed right into Dany's emotions. Grey Worm wants vengeance from Missandei. He will want to see Cersei, the Mountain, and whoever else gets in his way to suffer for what they had done. This next photo might be from the same scene. Based on the look on his face, I'm guessing Daenerys just said something to make him react like that. Maybe Dany has found out Varys is talking shit behind her back. That might also be why we do not see Varys in any of the photos. He might have even left Dragonstone in the middle of the night. So, since Varys and Tyrion are so close, Dany might be wondering if she can still trust him or not. Or maybe she's talking about burning down King's Landing. It's very hard to say, but it doesn't seem like Tyrion likes whatever she just said. Either way, the next episode is about to be crazy. Arya Stark is on her way to kill Cersei. Sandor Clegane is on his way to kill his brother. Jaime Lannister is on his way to kill Cersei. Daenerys is on her way to kill Cersei and Euron. Jon and Grey Worm are there with an army to kill all the Golden Company. Also, Daenerys has to worry about Varys and Sansa trying to take the Iron Throne away from her. And we have to see how all the characters react when and if Daenerys does burn down the Red Keep. I'm very excited. Let me know what you think will happen in the next episode. Leave me some comments down below. Thanks for watching the video, and I also want to thank everyone for supporting the channel. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you again very soon. Bye.